Good morning again, everybody. Have I got news for you? And thank you to the subscriber and friends who sent me this information on March 14, 2023 on Bloomberg Law's website. 2023 is the largest health data breach so far, brings a legal flurry. Deep dive by Skye, Witley, a reporter. I get this number, folks. And I know it's at least one subscriber whose ears are going to go up. 3.3 million Regal patients had information exposed in a cyber attack. At least 11 class actions have been filed in California courts. Healthcare patients have filed nearly a dozen proposed class actions following the largest medical information cyber attack reported so far this year, forecasting the legal stakes for providers when hackers target such sensitive data. Regal Medical Group disclosed last month that over 3.3, I'll repeat that, 3.3 million patients had their personal and health information exposed in a December 2022 ransomware cyber attack. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services says the breach is currently the biggest reported to it in 2023. The agency's Office for Civil Rights is also investigating it, and at least 11 lawsuits, all in California, were filed in the last 3 weeks following Regal's February disclosure, according to a Bloomberg law analysis of court dockets. They seek monetary damages ranging from $100 and $3,000 per class member, and several want Regal and its affiliates to ensure they will prevent similar incidents from happening again. The litigation comes amid other recent high-profile health breaches. Last week, hundreds of congressional member staffers who used the DC Health Link insurance potentially had their data exposed in a breach. Earlier this month, digital mental health care provider Cerebral Inc. reported inadvertently sharing the data of nearly 3.2 million people through advertising tracking technology with third parties, including Meta Platforms Inc. and Alphabet Inc.'s Google. They inadvertently shared the data. I don't know, folks. These companies like Alphabet Inc.'s Google, could that be like a portion of the ABC government agencies? The digital mental health care provider Cerebral Inc. reported inadvertently sharing the data of nearly 3.2 million people through advertising tracking technology? You're kidding me. Given the liability risks from private lawsuits and government enforcement, attorneys stress the importance of safeguarding against cyber attacks on health information. Well, maybe it's not a good idea to have your information, your medical information, in the online portals that now seem to be systemic across the country. Part of the compliance mandate is when something goes wrong, you investigate it, you evaluate it, and you figure out why it happened. And you learn lessons from it to improve your program, said Kirk Nara, a partner at Wilmer Cutler Pickering Hale and Dorr LLP. I'm going to say that that's probably the law firm. And co-chair of the firm's privacy and big data practices. Regal declined to comment. Friendly jurisdiction. Information exfiltrated by the hackers included patient's name, contacts, social security numbers, diagnosis details, prescription data, laboratory test results, and health plan member numbers, according to Regal's disclosure. Do you know how serious this is, folks? This is potential identity theft. What about all those 5 million people that just recently entered the country since the Biden administration has taken down the wall? I wonder if they'll all get new identities through this breach. They accuse Regal and its affiliates of acting negligently and failing to prevent the cyber attack, breaching implied contracts, and violating several state statutes, including the California Confidentiality of Medical Information Act and California Consumer Privacy Act. California as a jurisdiction is very friendly for this kind of litigation, and California is one of those states that does provide remedies to affected individuals even if they can't show harm, said Diane Broke. So, California people, go check your medical records and see if they were hacked. Make sure all the information inside, read it all, make sure it's correct, that somebody didn't change your data. Because you know the way the criminals are. They like to falsely diagnose people, create diagnoses, pull them out of thin air, the kind of thing. It's just a projection of their own mental illnesses. Plaintiffs suing in California could recover damages simply by having their class certified. So any entity facing litigation should first want to prevent that from happening. Pulcinelli PC shareholder Alana Peters said, using HIPAA, Regal's failure to prevent a data breach constitutes a violation of the federal health privacy law. The Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, all but one of the lawsuits allege. However, HIPAA lacks a private right of action. Only the Office of Civil Rights can determine a violation of HIPAA, they said. I'm just kind of fast forwarding. I'm not exactly sure how long this article is. Well, there is an investigation underway. Once they were notified of the data breach, the office typically sends a letter requesting more information about security assessments and company policies and the breach response, attorney said. They effectively have carte blanche to ask for anything and everything that relates to the privacy and security of the data, especially within the context of the facts of the incident, said Brad Rostalski, a partner at Reed Smith LLP, practicing in healthcare regulations. Other factors the agency considers is when the investigating data breaches are prior cyber incidences and previous enforcement actions, Nara said. Whether the attack involved ransomware demands is also a point of consideration. Some forensic work is required to identify the exposed data in order to provide timely notice to the government, and those affected can be made impossible by encryption of files and other ransomware methods. It just occurred to me, folks, this investigation, in and of itself, is a breach of privacy, right? They're providing a timely notice to governments about who's affected? Yikes. Oh my goodness. As a general rule here, I would say I've seen the government become more and more appreciative of that and not hold that against the regulated entity. Oh, you mean so the government is going to forgive you of the breach? I wonder if it has anything to do to the Alphabet Inc. agency's data breach of the medical records. That little company that you just listed there as being privy to the data breached information. Wow, what a scandal this is, folks. The findings produced in HHS investigations can have a material impact on separate litigation, civil litigation filed by private plaintiffs. Well, of course. People don't want their personal information out there, their medical information. They gave it to you to safeguard. And then you let advertising hackers, unintentionally get hold of it. Maybe it was a deal. Maybe this is all like a smoke screen. Maybe it was just done intentionally. Well, I'd like to know. Inquiring minds like to know. All those data breaches, your social security numbers, where are they all going? Are they going overseas? Are they going to the new people that entered the country? What's going to be done with all that information? Folks, if you've got your medical information in an online portal, go check it now. And make sure that these cyber hackers didn't include any false diagnoses. You know, the way they did in Manalapan, New Jersey to me. The criminals at the Manalapan Police Department. Yeah, we know who they are. And we're going to be getting my FOIA request back, folks. Because Muckrock is being exposed too. Signing off for now. Please leave your comments down below. And please hit the thumbs up button because we've got some serious cyber trolls.